Hi, my dear guys. Today I'm going to tell you about a fragrance you might have already heard about in my video on lemon fragrances. But since I found it really fascinating as well as its a brand, I want you to know a bit more about it. So we start. First, the brand. It's called Novellista. What attracts me personally in this brand that they find the inspiration in literature. You can see it from the title, Novellista. So what they write on their website themselves. So the Novellista library collection is defined as gender neutral while covering the entire spectrum of the fragrance wheel. Just like a book library, create your own personal perfume library collection. A perfume takes you into a unique olfactive journey into the poetry of the senses using the most precious and rare ingredients and extracts from around the world. Irresistible poetic sense of adventure into modern creativity. It's your perfume, your story, your personal novel. In block letters, novel. So, and really, if you buy already like 2 or 3 boxes of this brand and put them on a shelf, they remind you, on a book spine. Yeah, and when they're together, it looks like a book collection. So I have purchased only 2. I'm planning on more, but the one I will tell you about today is called Citrus Affair. So Citrus Affair. So it looks like this. I have a 10 milliliter version since I love traveling. I cannot ever use 100 milliliters though. Probably I should make a video of the ones I could have done it. Not many, but still. This one 10, maybe it will be more, but it's very nice for traveling. So Citrus Affair was created in 2023, meaning this year. And the inspiration behind this perfume is a wonderful gentleman and his piece, which is called Wilhelm Meister's Apprenticeship. And it's, of course, Goethe. And in German, it will be Wilhelm Meister's Lehrsjahre. And the perfume is inspired by a particular poem from this novel. Actually, it's not even a poem, it's a song which the character called Mignon sings in the third chapter, the third book, in the first chapter at the very beginning. She sings it for zither, this amazing instrument, to Wilhelm. So a short story, she is a very important character of this book. The protagonist meets her in Hochdorf, in a village where he passes by and he could hear the sounds of some theater performance, and she's a part of the troupe of acrobats and jugglers. He buys her out, and at some point he even thinks to make her as his own child because she is extremely androgenic, and the relationship is difficult. Not difficult, interesting. So, and only when she sings this song in the third book, she reveals her background somehow, because before it was difficult to say. And I will not tell you everything because I want to give you no spoilers. Perhaps you will find some wish and desire to read this piece. It's translated in all languages, and the song sounds like this. Kennst du das Land, wo die Zitronen blühen? Im dunklen Laub die Goldorangen glühen. Ein sanfter Wind von blauer Himmel weht, die Myrte still und hoch der Lorbeer steht. Kennst du es wohl? Dahin, dahin, möchte ich mit dir, oh mein Geliebter, ziehen. You can see the translation. I love this piece. It immediately shows the nostalgia of this Italian girl. Now I can say she was Italian, because when she sings this song, it's more clear where she is from, And you can hear the nostalgia when she thinks about the fragrances and aromas and scents of her motherland. And therefore, I can tell you, we can move now to the olfactory side of this perfume, which is extremely lovely. It's not only about literature. That's why I love this perfume, but also I love to wear it. because it's really beautiful. So the opening notes, I can tell you that they are very citrusy. We can find lemon, which is very zesty, bright, uh, very vibrant. It's mixed with the same direction grapefruit and bergamot, which add to this citrusy song, I would say. And two notes here, ginger and tangerine, they do something different. So ginger is a bit piquant and exotic, and it kind of sends us to the feeling of a faraway land, of something extraordinary, as well as tangerine, because unlike mandarins, tangerine can be available only in late autumn and early winter. So it's very unusual, it's a special season, and it has a bit different olfactory odor profile than mandarin, and it looks a bit different, and still it also adds some peculiarity to this opening, just again alluring to this, giving us some allusion to the kind of, different origin of this Italian girl Minion, yeah? And this Minion, lead Minion songs reveals it, as I have already said. So then, as we proceed to the middle, we still have these very tender citrus notes which stay there, right? But they are entwined with some flowery notes. For example, we can find here tangerine flowers, which combine the citrusy note and flowery note. Then we have jasmine here. Normally, I am very careful with jasmine because I do not like this, indolic side of it. Animalic even, like tuberose, the same. I'm not good at white flowers, but in this case it's not indolic, it's very balmy and velvety, as well as the rose which is here, because the rose is not like a fully open rose, it's like very tender petals which are also entwined with these citrus notes. And that's, I think, the secret of this perfume, because the combination of these citrusy notes with flower and with rose are very interesting. They are not sharp, not too flowery. It's this amazing balance which makes this perfume so wearable, so adorable. It doesn't smell like any, like sometimes lemon fresheners, or like very harsh eau de colognes can be very citrusy and very sharp and too zesty. This not. This is mild, balmy, velvety citrus. And the base. The base is fantastic. Of course, it's musk, very light musky notes, also not animalic, not too rough. Mixed with blonde sandalwood, which is also very interesting because it gives the wood touch to this perfume, but also not too creamy, it's not too opulent. And amber is very subtle, it gives a bit honey-like sweetness to it, but also not too much. It's not too sweet, I can tell you, though it's not too sour. That's what I'm telling you. It's a wonderful balance between sour and sweet, reminding of this Minion girl. Read the novel. And what else I want to tell you, of course, about the perfumer, because I always talk about those people who are hidden behind the brands, the fragrances, and I find it extremely unfair to them, because I think that without their creativity, their inspirations, we wouldn't ever have such masterpieces. So Marie Huguenot is a perfumer who created this scent, and she was inspired by her road trip through Amalfi Coast, as she says it was last year, meaning in 2022, and she says it was early spring. And what fascinated Marie, the fragrances, as she says, the souvenir she brought, I will cite it. Vibrant lemons from Sorrento, the mandarins, orange flowers through all the cities along the Amalfi Coast, and the extraordinary Villa Cimbrone's garden. That's a very beautiful place. I even Googled it. I found it on YouTube video. It's a very beautiful place. And she thinks that it's a bit like Goethe, who probably experienced the same thing on his travel from Napoli to Sicily at this time. So that's all about citrus affair, because I don't want to talk much. I want you to try it. I want you to test it. I want you to tell me if you already have it or not, if this video maybe has inspired you to read Goethe or to buy the fragrance, or both, which would be wonderful, and probably to know more about Amalfi Coast or Cimbrone Villa. Who knows? Everything is interesting in this life. And I hope that this video was useful somehow. My dear guys, at this point, I'm wishing you to have a very nice day or evening. I'm sending you lots of love, me and my citrus affair. I'm having tonight with it an affair because it's still very warm in Vienna, plus 25, something like this. And I'm wishing you to have a nice time. Kisses and hugs, and I hope to see you soon.